What's up everybody, Damon here, and in today's gaming news, now the developer of Dispatch is commenting on its Nintendo Switch censorship, Nioh 3 may be venturing beyond PlayStation sooner than later, and familiar video game tunes just won a Grammy. This is your Daily Fix. The developer of a game that is being censored on Nintendo Switch, but not other platforms, has apologized to fans and said that its own disclaimer on the changes should have been more visible. Last week, fans were shocked to discover that hit superhero game Dispatch had been censored only on Nintendo Switch, where enormous black boxes cover nudity and even a character raising their middle finger. While an option to hide these already existed on other platforms, on Switch it is enforced by default and cannot be toggled off. Now, after a backlash largely aimed at Nintendo, and questions around why the game has been censored when others, such as The Witcher 3, have not, Dispatch maker AdHoc Studio has released a lengthy statement addressing the situation. AdHoc wrote, "As Nintendo states, any game that's going to be on the Nintendo platform needs to meet established content and platform guidelines. This is the key point. Nintendo has content guidelines. Our game didn't meet those guidelines, so we made changes that would allow us to release on their platform. That's what happened here. Honestly, we thought this would be obvious since we're the devs that released the fully uncensored version of the game on other platforms." Now actually, numerous fans had blamed Japanese rating board Sero for the censorship, as it is widely believed to be the reason why an entirely separate Japan-only version of Cyberpunk 2077 exists for Switch 2 without nudity or beheading. AdHoc continued, "We initially assumed, like some of you, that because games like Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk are on the platform with similar types of uncensored mature content, Dispatch would be allowed to do the same. During the porting process, it became clear that was not the case, so we asked that we include a disclaimer on the store page to inform customers that content will be different than on other platforms. We worked with Nintendo to get storefront language approved. Where we absolutely need to take full ownership is the placement of that disclaimer. Again, it was our intent to go out of our way to tell people looking to buy the game that the content was censored. While we didn't have complete control of the language, we did have control of the placement. Wires got crossed and we put the disclaimer in the field literally titled Disclaimer instead of the About the Game section. We didn't catch this until after the launch when we saw people saying we should have called out the changes on the store page, and we went to go make sure it was there. It technically has been there the entire time, just in the absolute worst spot that makes it look like we were trying to hide it. This is 100% our mistake, and it was fixed in the Americas store pages a few hours after launch to give more visibility. We've also added a disclaimer before purchase. As of writing this, the other regions have either published this change or are in the process of review." AdHoc concluded, "We're already working with Nintendo on a path forward. While we can't make any specific promises just yet, we're confident we'll be able to push an update to address at least some of the censored content. I'll get ahead of it now and say that between dev time and the console submission process, we're talking weeks, not days. To our fans who are looking forward to playing the uncensored version on Switch, we're truly sorry. People have a right to be pissed. Lots of lessons learned here. Thanks for sticking with us. More soon." We'll continue following this story here at IGN. Moving on, Nioh 3 is out this Friday, February 6th on PC and PS5, but the game's latest trailer has revealed that Xbox and maybe even Nintendo Switch 2 owners may not have to wait too long for a version of their own. According to the small print in the trailer, the PS5's console exclusivity period looks set to run for just 6 months. This means Nioh 3 could debut on other consoles, such as Nintendo Switch 2 or Xbox Series X and S, as early as August 6th, potentially marking the first time a Nioh title will be available on any console other than a PlayStation. A demo for Nioh 3 is out now, progress for which carries over into the full game. Plus, players who complete the demo will receive the Twin Snake helmet reward when Nioh 3 officially launches on Friday. And finally today, a big band remix of Super Mario themes just won a Grammy Award, beating Wicked star Cynthia Erivo to win in the Best Arrangement, Instrumental, or a Cappella category. Super Mario Praise Break, a 5-minute medley of toe-tapping Mario tunes, marks the second win for talented video game soundtrack outfit the 8-Bit Big Band, which previously won in the same category for a Kirby cover back in 2022. This is an entirely unofficial cover, meaning that Nintendo shares none of the glory other than having created the original tunes in the first place. The tune beat 3 other tracks to the award, most notably including Cynthia Erivo, who was nominated for her arrangement of original song Be OK. Video game nominations remain a rare occurrence at the Grammys. Back in 2011, Civilization 4 theme song Baba Yetu scooped the Grammy Award for Best Arrangement, Instrumental, and Vocals. A year later, Austin Wintory's soundtrack for Journey became the first video game soundtrack to receive a Grammy nomination in the Best Score soundtrack for Visual Media category, though that award was ultimately won by The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Since 2023, the Grammy Awards have featured a dedicated video game soundtrack category. This year's award was another gong for Austin Wintory, who won for his work on Sword of the Sea. Losing out this year were Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, Helldivers 2, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and Star Wars Outlaws. Despite cover versions from 2 of its franchises now being Grammy winners, Nintendo has never officially been nominated itself, despite decades of soundtracks and tunes. And that is your Daily Fix for Monday, February 2nd. Now that you're caught up on the news, watch our review of Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. I'm Damon Hatfield, and for all your video game news, stay tuned to IGN.